Cape Town, no light at the end of a very long load shedding tunnel, as energy experts warn that we can expect load shedding every week for next year, according to Eskom's estimation. According to the report, a deficit of more than 2001 megawatts in electricity needed to meet demand and reserves each week until March next year is code red for the power utility, which is a probable risk scenario. In the foreseeable future, Eskom will likely work with a code red. A chart citing alarming forecasts from Eskom's report week 12 of 2023 was shared on social media, showing the outlook for shedding at 2 risk levels next 52 weeks. This means country could experience at least 2 phases load shedding for remainder of year, as Eskom updates its unplanned outages to 15,000 megawatts for most year. Energy policy expert Anton Eberhard said, "That's it for quick fixes to end Eskom power outages. Here's the power company's outlook for the year. More or less constant stage 2 or 3 worse load shedding." Energy analyst Chris Yellen said, "The likely risk scenario for next 52 weeks is taken directly from the latest Eskom system status report published on Eskom website Friday, March 31st. Eskom told Cape Argus that outlook for remainder year shows extended load shedding times, gradually decreasing from November on, and that failure of 3 Qsol production units and extended planned outage Coburg will undoubtedly result in more high load shedding." The utility said there is no additional risk system crashes during load shedding, as there is a controlled management of balanced supply and demand and ensuring the necessary reserves are held for system. Independent energy expert Hilton Trollope says an average of phase 2 load shedding is expected for this year. He said appointing an electricity minister wouldn't change anything. Trollope said in mid-March, Electricity Minister Koziensho Ramakopa scrambled or manipulated Eskom's statistics to say the situation had improved. "I looked at statistics and it was misinforming public about real situation. During this time, country experienced low phases or even no shedding periods for first time this year, which has interrupted consecutive since October last year." Trollope believes lower margin of reserve operated during this time to create false impression that Eskom's fleet performing better than it actually, a dangerous move, if the case, as it increased risk of national power outage. Using a low reserve margin allows them to lower load shedding while the fleet's performance remains same. This is dangerous because what stands between load shedding and interruption is the reserve margin. This creates a much higher risk of national blackout, Trollope added, as is coal supply and the entire supply chain, which is deeply affected by utterly clear evidence of extensive corruption. Sometimes there is a core of Eskom employees who do heroic work, but the Eskom organization was not designed to service sometimes half coal fleet at once, until breathing space was created through extra production. "Grid, this situation will only get worse," said Trollope. Ramakopa was contacted for comment but received no response. Monique Leroux, a senior energy researcher at CSIR, said they expect Eskom to surpass record-breaking load shedding levels in 2023 by 2023. 2022 not only year of shedding in country, it was also first year that most of shedding in stage 4 and not stage 2. Except for July, when they plan do about 1,500 megawatts more scheduled maintenance than originally planned, he said. This is likely due to the delay in Coburg Unit 1 returning service. Eskom will have to manage increased risk during this period to avoid very high shedding phases.